Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Janananda Kusdayanti with ID student 33210049. So today I make presentations about social linguistic and the topic is code mixing and code switching. Events number 1 is introduction, number 2 code mixings, number 3 types of code mixings, number 4 code switching, number 5 is types of code switching, and the last number 6 is difference of code mixing and code switching. Introductions. What is sociolinguistic? So sociolinguistic studies the relationships between language and society, identifying individuals as bilingual or multilingual. Bilingual speak to language fluently, while multilingual speak three or more language when you can speak bahasa and English or more is called multilingual or bilinguals. Number 2 is code mixing. Code mixing. Sociolinguistic studies the complex relationships between language and society. When individuals interact with each other, they often express different language styles. This difference in language use can lead to the mixing of language in a single utterance. In sociolinguistic, the phenomenon is referred to as code mixings, where elements from different languages are combined to convey meaning. So, in short, code mixing is when two different languages is combined together. Common for individuals in Indonesia, it is common for individuals to combine elements for several languages in a single conversation. This is due to the country cultural context where bilingualism or multilingualism is common. As a result, language mixing has become an inevitable part of everyday communications, reflecting the varied linguistic background of the Indonesian populations. For example, when you in Jaksel, you automatically the language change for Jaksel language. Okay. Expert side. There are many experts who define the explanations of cognitions. Mujiono and friends feel that cognition is communicative style in bilingual groups, where the speakers are able to speak two languages during a conversations. Dindra, in his work with Sumarsi, argued that cognition is the mixing of two or more languages with different combinations, but still in the one cause. So based on the various definitions given by experts, it can be concluded that code mixing is the ability of individuals to combine elements from different languages during interactions while maintaining the same conversation context. Number 3, types of code mixings. The types, according to Hoffman, that there are 3 types of code mixing based on syntactical patterns as follow. Number 1, intrasubstantial code mixing. Intrasubstantial code mixing refers to the combining of elements of one language in a sentence or phrase of another language. This can occur in both oral and written forms of communication, such as combining elements from Indonesian and English in one sentence or phrase. This is the example. So I choose Nessie for the example. She's a YouTuber. She often speaks code mixings between bahasa and English. So this is an example. Hey guys, it's Nessie and welcome back. Kalau kalian belum subscribe ke channel ini, jangan lupa klik tombol subscribe-nya. So this sentence combine elements from Indonesian and English to convey a message to the audience. And next is Without any further ado, stop senyum-senyum, cause shit about to go down. This sentence combines elements from English, stop, cause, uh, and about to go down. And Indonesians is senyum-senyum to create a humorous and engaging phrase. So this example illustrates how the speaker combines elements from different language with within a single sentence, which is a characteristic of intrasentential cognitions. The types number 2, intralexical code mixing. Intralexical code mixing happens when speaker combine elements from different language in a single word or phrase, often by attaching word boundaries. For example, this can involve combining elements from Indonesian and English, such as using an Indonesian prefix with English-based words or speech. So this is the examples. I still choose Nesija as example. I choose from her one of her video. So pecinta musik pun mencoba mereverse lagu-lagu artis kesukaan mereka. Then reverse meaning like to reverse and indicate active sentence where the subject is performing the actions. Example number 2, video dan lirik reverse-nya itu nyambung. The suffix-nya in the English verbs to reverse indicates actions that has already been performed. Therefore, the insertion of the Indonesian suffix-nya in the English word acts how possessive pronouns and past actions. Types number 3, involving a change of pronunciations. This type of code mixing happens at the phonological level, where Indonesian speakers modify English words to fit the phonological structure of Indonesians when speaking in English. For example, the English word hello might be pronounced as hello. In the English word, televisions might be pronounced as television. Another example is Cinta Laura is an example of this phenomenon, where her Indonesian speech is influenced by English pronunciations. When she speaks in Indonesian, her accents and intonations are slightly reminiscent of English, giving the impression that she's still speaking in English, even though she is using Indonesian vocabulary. So this type of another expert, according to Suwito, in his book, divide two types of code mixings, inner code mixing and outer code mixings. Number 1, inner code mixings. Refer to the mixing of language with a speaker native language. This phenomenon is common in Indonesia, where the country has a rich linguistic variety with many regional languages and dialects. As a result, Indonesian speakers often mix elements from their mother tongue with Indonesians, inserting regional linguistic features such as vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation into their dialect. So this is the example. Cah Ayu, namanya siapa? Namaku Ayu. So based on the example of conversation, the speaker mixed the Indonesian language with the regional language that is Japanese. The first speaker said to the second speaker, Cah Ayu, namanya siapa? Is the first speaker said Cah Ayu. And this word identified as the regional language from Java, and the meaning of this word is language, Indonesian language. Cah is anak and Ayu is cantik. So basically is the combining Indonesians and regional language. The types number 2, outer code mixing. Outer code mixing refers to the mixing of the mother tongue with a foreign language. This phenomenon is involved speakers combining elements from their mother tongue with elements from a regional from foreign language, usually English, which is commonly used foreign language for cognition. This another types from expert, according to Mushkin, identifies three primary types of cognition: insertions, alternations, and congruent lexicalisms. Here are the explanations. Number one, insertions is a type of code-mixing where a word from a foreign language is inserted to a conversation, either spoken or written. This type of code mixing is often used when someone is unfamiliar with the meaning of a word in their native language, so they combine with a foreign language to convey the intentional meaning. Type number two, alternations. Alternation is code-mixing involves switching between clauses where the speaker combines elements from their native language with a parse from another language. Number three, congruent lexicalisms refers to the integration of dialects elements into the speaker's language use, where the words spoken by speaker might sound like a foreign language. For example, in the official language of Bahasa Indonesia, there might be several instances where dialects combine English words. This phenomenon usually occurs in spoken language. Number four, code switching. Code switching occurs when a person who is fluent in multiple languages use different languages in a single conversation, often in everyday life. It's likely that bilingual individuals have specific reasons for switching language during conversations. Number five is type of code switching. There are three types of code switching, which are argued by Paul Black in Juliana work, such as intrasentential code switching, intersentential code switching, and extrasentential code switching, as the explanation by written. Number one, intrasentential code switching occurs when a speaker switches language with a single sentence without apparent pause, hesitations, or interruptions. This switch usually occurs seamlessly without the speaker realizing it. The language switch occurs within the sentence structure with no clear boundaries or indication of switching. So this is the example. Besok kamu weekend mau kemana? Mau gathering sesama penyuka musik K-pop? So the conversation example illustrates how speakers switch language in the middle of their sentence. In this case, the speaker are using Indonesian as their primary language, but they insert English word, specifically weekend and gathering into their utterance. This type of language mixing where English words are inserted into Indonesian sentence is referred to as intrasentential code switching. Type number two, intersentential code switching. Occurs when speakers switch language between sentence or clauses. This type of code switching typically happens at the beginning or end of the sentence, making a clear boundary between the use of different language. Example is, ingat gak yang kemarin aku bilang, they already broke up. Seriusan, I thought it was a joke. The meaning is, in the conversation example, the speaker discussed a person who has broke up. Two speakers share information about this person with the second speaker, but the second speaker is skeptical, believing it's unlikely they broke up. Observing their conversation, we notice that at the end of their utterance, they switch to English. Type number three, extra-sentential code switching or type code switching. Extra and sentential code switching is a linguistic phenomenon in which a bilingual speaker inserts words or phrases from one language into sentence or utterance in another language. This can involve the use of words such as right, good, or sorry from one language in a sentence that consists mainly of words from the other language. This is the example. Michelle. Sorry, Chel. Aku lupa bawa buku yang kemarin kupinjam. Rachel. Tapi besok kamu gak bakal lupa, right? Michelle. Yes. Aku gak bakal lupa masukin ke dalam tas. So, the example conversation above talks about forgetting to return a borrowed book. The first speaker asks the second speaker whether they express regret for forgetting to bring the borrowed book. Then the second speaker said firmly not to forget to bring it tomorrow because the second speaker reiterated that tomorrow would not forget to bring the book. The first speaker assured and would not forget the next day to bring the book. So from the conversation, it can be seen that the speaker used text switching in their utterance, such as right, sorry, and yes. They do text switching at the beginning of the utterance and at the end of utterance. Number 6. Difference between code switching and code mixing. So the difference is code mixing and code switching are different linguistic phenomena. Code mixing involves combining words from several languages in one sentence, according to Jigarasa 2020. And code switching is often used to convey different ideas, to highlight specific points, or to create a particular effect. It can be also used to signal a change in topic, to address different audience, or to express different emotions. Code mixing is combining words from several languages, and code switching, in short, convey different idea to highlight specific point or to create a particular effect style. So this is the reference I use of class presentations. Kurang lebihnya mohon maaf. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.